What's up everybody, my name is Bobby and today we're going to be taking a look at the latest version of my favorite mouse on the market, the Logitech MX Master 3, and this one is going to be the new version, the 3S. So today's video we're going to just be going over the differences between the 3S and the 3, talk about whether or not I think it's worth it to upgrade, and show you guys what it looks like. So let's dive in. So just to kind of start things off, this is definitely an S update. So similar to how like when Apple would release like a new iPhone and then they would do like the iPhone iPhone 8, 8S or 10, 10S or whatever they've done over the years. The S update is just a very small incremental update, and usually not much changed in the design of it, or it was really just kind of a small incremental update. And that very much holds true when comparing the MX Master 3 and the MX Master 3S. Design-wise, it's the exact same. It has that beautiful, super ergonomical design in my opinion. It's got the 7 different buttons and many of them are customizable and can change depending on the actual application that you're using. And it's super high functional and has very well placed buttons that are, in my opinion, exactly what I've been looking for in a mouse. It still charges with USB-C, it's still Bluetooth and can connect up to 3 different devices with the little button on the bottom that lets you switch between the different devices it's paired to very quickly. It also has a little USB Logitech bolt adapter or something, I forget what it's called, but if you want to use wireless as opposed to Bluetooth. And honestly, it has that same look and feel, and it's very familiar if you've used the MX Master 3. So what's new? They increased the DPI of the sensor from 4,000 DPI to 8,000 DPI. And probably the only other update or notable update is that it now is 90% less clicky. Now, to some people, the clickiness of it, people like that kind of tactile click. Like this would be the old one. Hopefully that gets picked up and you can hear that. And this would be the new one, and it's connected to my computer, and it's probably gonna make a lot of errors, but whatever. Hear that? I'll do another close-up shot too, where you can kind of hear the difference with the microphone as well. So similar to a mechanical keyboard, I know some people really prefer the clickiness, so if that's the jam for you, then maybe this mouse isn't the right move. If you were using it in an office space or trying to like keep the noise down from your computing and you don't have a clicky keyboard and you don't want a clicky mouse, now you have an option. This is 90% less clicky. All the other specs should be completely the same, to be honest. It's 141 grams, really solid weight, not super heavy, not super light. Long battery life, up to 7 months potentially, depending on how you use the device. Probably the number one reason that I actually pulled the trigger and decided to pick it up, because I don't really care much about the DPI sensor and I don't really care much about the clickiness. If anything, I kind of prefer a clickier mouse personally, but I don't really care too much either way. But the main reason that I picked it up is because I don't know if this might only be relevant or understandable from people who have had the original MX Master 3, but a lot of people experienced an issue where it would randomly just stop letting you scroll. And so the clicking would work, but the scroll wheel just would not work. And there was all sorts of patches and fixes I've seen people on the internet doing. I've never been able to get it to be fixed. The only way I could fix the scrolling and start getting it to scroll on my computer again would be to restart my computer, which is honestly super annoying. And other than that, this mouse is perfect, and it didn't start happening for a while after I got it, which is why when I did the original review of this mouse, I didn't mention that, which I feel kind of bad about because I gave it such a glowing review. But that scroll issue was a super big issue for me. Now, I've had this mouse for a while now, the new version, and I have yet to have that scroll issue happen at all. So you know, if it does end up coming back and it is a thing with the new version, just be sure to look down in the description below, and if it does come back after the time of me making this video, I will make that very clear in the description. But as of right now, I have not experienced it once, and that alone for me was worth the upgrade because, like I said, I love this mouse. I think it's perfect, and minus that scrolling issue, it was like a perfect mouse. So now having it without that, all I could ask for. So yeah, the price point, $100. In my opinion, if you don't care for those basically 3 different things that I mentioned, so if you've had this mouse and you never had a scrolling issue, you don't care how clicky it is, you don't even know what the DPI sensor is, which admittedly, I'm not super concerned with that. I don't think it's necessarily worth the update. If you're planning on getting this mouse and you've never owned a previous version of it, or it's a couple generations back, the one you personally own, I would say just go with the 3S since it's the newest one. I think that's the obvious choice in my opinion. And yeah, honestly, if I don't, it's not a super big upgrade, but it's similar to kind of the iPhone ecosystem. If you love this mouse, you want to get the newest, latest, and greatest version with these tiny little incremental updates, go for it. If you've never owned it, I highly recommend it. If you own the other one, doesn't matter. It doesn't make too much of a difference. So there you go. If you want to pick it up, I'll leave it down in the description below. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment. And if you found this video somewhat informative, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.